Hi.
Behold the source wall. Behind it is the single greatest secret of the universe. This is as far as I dare to go.
This is as far as I dare to go.
We're going further.
We're going further than that, Metron. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Source Wall. This is part 3 of our 3-part Snyder Cut watch of Justice League from Zack Snyder's version of Justice League, which is on HBO Max today. Alex and I have already watched parts 1 and 2, and we did that as our first episode. So please go check that out if you haven't already. And then we watched part 3 and 4 together, and now we're going to watch part 5 and onward, which is our biggest stretch yet because this is actually an hour and a half long, which is pretty much the length of some of the animated movies we watched. Yeah. So it's not long for a stream of ours, but this is our third stream today, so it is long for us. But I've been enjoying the movie so far. And before we get into this, make sure if you guys are watching along with us, again, you're not going to see any footage from the movie or hear any audio for obvious reasons, copyright, and stuff like that. So you're basically just getting this as like a commentary podcast that you can listen to along the way. That's how we do this show. But in this one, we're going to start at 2 hours and 22 minutes exactly. That's where part 5 is. I skipped ahead 1 second to Alex's time code. So I'll never get that second back. But yeah, part 5, All the King's Horses. So load your movie up at that point at 2 hours and 22 minutes, even 0 seconds. And then while you're doing that and getting ready, Alex and I are going to briefly talk about our thoughts on 2 other DC movies that are, I guess, in this universe. We're going to skip Wonder Woman 84, Joker, and Suicide Squad because we're not really fans of some of those movies. And we're just going to talk about Aquaman and Shazam.
I'll start more continuity stuff.
Yeah, more stuff that feels like it's in continuity. So Alex, let's go ahead and jump in with you with Aquaman, and because I imagine you don't have too much to say about that, but I know you have a lot to say about Shazam.
I don't have much to say about Aquaman. It's fine. It's kind of hokey. It's kind of cheesy. Like a 6 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Shazam, I think, is a great movie. I think Shazam is a ton of fun. Shazam sort of harkens back to me like those old, like, 80s movies for kids that were kind of scary. Like, they had kind of harder stakes than I think people remembered them having.
Yeah.
And there was sort of that creepy element. And I think Shazam very much captured that, where it felt like a movie very, very much made for kids, but also like having that darker edge to it, which I think adds to it. I think doesn't make it not a kids movie, and I think makes it more more impactful, more memorable.
It reminds me
important lesson.
Yeah, I don't know if it goes all the way back to the 80s for me, but it does certainly remind me of like maybe the first 2 Spider-Man movies by Sam Raimi.
Yeah. Which are the scene where the people get like flash fried and their skeletons just crumble.
Yeah. Or the scene in Spider-Man 2 when Dr. Octopus' arms come to life and
and like murders all the surgeons.
Yeah, like those are pretty intense scenes for seemingly a kid's. It's not really a kid's movie. It's PG-13, I think it was. But still, yeah, I mean, like the character himself. So that's how I feel about Shazam too. I like Aquaman. Actually, I'm not. There's definitely some pacing issues in that. Like that movie screams a lot of Jeff Johns to me. Like when I watch that movie, I'm like, okay, Jeff had a major influence on this movie from a story standpoint. Because Jeff has this thing that I feel is very annoying. He kind of did it on Green Lantern, and although I don't know to what degree he did on Green Lantern, but it seems like every movie he's on as a producer or TV show that he's a producer and a writer, like Titans, he tries to cram too many damn characters in. And it's like for example, Titans season 1, episode 2 was basically like, all right, here's Robin or Dick Grayson and Raven, and we're setting up all these characters, and then like episode 2 was a whole episode about Hawk and Dove, and you're like, what the they're not members of the team, are they? And then it just goes off and tells and then it's like, oh, here's a Doom Patrol episode. And it was like all these backdoor pilots or all these characters that they were playing favorites with. Jeff plays favorites a lot. So when I watch Aquaman, I'm like, do Black Manta or do Orm, but don't do both. That's how I felt about that movie because it ran like 2.5 hours. I'm like, you can cut
it's long, yeah.
You could cut like 30 minutes out of this movie and save Black Manta for another movie. But it just seems like every movie, like a Hector Hammond, I'm like, you could have cut him out of the Green Lantern movie and just did Sinestro, but they didn't. So that's how I feel about Aquaman. But otherwise, it's fun. I like Jason Momoa a lot. But I Shazam I liked more than I thought I would. I actually, when I saw the trailer, I thought it was going to be too goofy, and actually I thought it wrote a pretty good line of like it never took itself too seriously, but it did have like tender moments and it had real stakes. I thought.
Yeah,
Uh,
Shazam is my favorite DC movie.
nice. What would you rank the two, the Aquaman and the?
Aquaman, I'd be like 6 out of 10, and Shazam is like an 8 out of 10 for me. Maybe an
Okay.
8.5.
Ooh, all right, going up that high. Yeah, I would say Shazam is probably like a 7.5 or 8 for me. It's like I actually really did like that more than I thought I would. And then Aquaman is probably like a 7 for me. Like I was just
Okay.
like, meh, I liked it as much as like the Joss Whedon Justice League, which was just kind of like, again, I'm not really an extreme guy. I don't really over love things a lot. Although when I do, it's like I make it very obvious. And I don't really trash things a lot. I'm not really in the extremes. Most things I ingest nowadays, I just feel like are okay. Like I'm like most movies I see, I'm like they're all right. They're like five, anywhere between a 5 and 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And Venom was like that for me. I was like, okay, it's fine. It's whatever. Um, so like I don't get offended by movies anymore. I kind of
Yeah,
just
I tried to not let that happen anymore.
yeah, I'm kind of just like whatever. So that way you guys get a mindset. So if you watch our previous episodes, you kind of know what our thoughts were on on Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, which we talked about in the first episode, and then the last episode we talked about Wonder Woman and the Joss Whedon version of Justice League, the Justice League, and this one now we got Shazam and Aquaman out of the way. So any last things you want to talk about before we get into the finale of this movie?
No, I'm ready to start, man. I'm ready to see where it goes.
All right, and I'm going to change it up. I meant to do this in the last episode, and I forgot. So we have our names up there: Alex Fartside and Seekborg. We've been doing goofy names this whole time, but I actually want to have this banner up for the remainder of this. For those of you out there who want to donate, now if you've been watching my channel for probably like 4 years, 5 years now, I think since 2016, the uh, the link to that organization, as well as 4 other suicide prevention organizations, they've been in every single video I've ever uploaded. I push that big time, and that is for personal reasons, but also I wanted to make that banner for this because obviously that's something personal that the fandom of this movie has done in Zack's name and his daughter Autumn. They've raised a lot of money for the AFSP, and I think $500,000 actually, Alex. So that's pretty awesome of this fandom to do something like that, and they're still raising money, still up until even today with the release of this movie, doing different charities. They're doing different live streams and events to raise awareness. So I'll leave that up, and then everyone else, check that link out. It's in the description box below, and it's in the description of all my videos, always. So if you ever get a chance to donate, please do. And all right, Alex. So part 5, All the King's Horses, 2 hours, 22 minutes, 0 seconds. We're gonna do 3, 2, 1, and on 0 we hit play. So here we go, guys and girls. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Part 5. All
Yeah.
the King's Horses.
I guess it would make sense the scene is still in there. It looks a little different, but um,
I like that it started with that wide shot.
yeah, that was good. Um,
Because it feels like the start of an episode almost.
right. Definitely.
I also like that they kept the aspect ratio 4:3.
Yeah, I think this is designed to be an IMAX. So I'm glad they did that too. So I like that setup there too because they mentioned that earlier. The Atlanteans and the Amazons were at war at one point.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool because that's very Flashpoint as well. Oh.
Ezra's great. He's really like become
Yeah,
my favorite part of this movie.
he's like hamming it up and having fun.
Yeah.
But I like that because he's contrast. I always talk about how much I love contrast, and he stands out. Everyone is Diana balances it. She smiles and has a little bit
Yeah.
of humor there, but everyone else is so stoic and rigid. Um, but I like having that. I wish he was playing that as Wally West and not Barry Allen, but because it feels more like a Wally thing. But even though when Wally first became Flash, he was a dick, and I didn't like him at all.
We haven't seen Lex Luthor really at all.
We saw him in the beginning. I think he was
Yeah,
in the
like the opening. He
yeah
was
the,
like sitting in the pool.
yeah.
I
He's been
wonder if
put
we're
into
gonna see him
Arkham,
more.
right? Isn't it like Bruce moved him to Arkham or something?
Is that what happened?
That yeah, and Batman v Superman, he shows up in his jail cell and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm getting you transferred to Arkham," because I guess Lex Luthor played the whatchamacallit card, the the insane
Insanity card?
yeah. So Batman's like, "Oh, you're insane, but you're gonna stay here at Rikers? I don't think so. We're gonna transfer you to Arkham."
Oh, Arkham.
It's funny.
This red cake charges back.
I think some of my least interactions in Batman vs Superman and in this one, even though I like both actors, is Ben Affleck and Jeremy Irons, Alfred and Bruce. Like they literally just challenge each other every time they talk, and they
They've,
just frustrate each other.
they've always been pretty good at casting Alfred.
Jeremy Irons is a great cast for Alfred. I just
Yeah.
think like look at like when we watched Batman and Robin. I was talking about how those scenes with Alfred were like between him and Bruce were really well done, and then even the Michael Caine stuff with Christian Bale is really well done. I think he's a great Alfred. I just think sometimes like if they have 5 scenes in a movie together, 3 of them I don't like. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You say A again? I like this. That sounds very Batman-ish. The drums.
Yeah, I like the music. The music, the themes, the subtle, like, recurring notes have been nice.
Yeah, yeah. Not in every instance. Some of the music choices have been a little off to me, but the composing isn't.
The slow-mo songs were a little funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's weird, they were both very slow-mo oriented scenes.
Yeah. What the hell are you doing?
Aha.
Aye, aye.
Come on, Cyborg, hack faster. I thought you were a supercomputer.
Oh. That would have been cool if they his name showed up as like Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what I was thinking about that on our break in between episodes. This whole Star Labs thing, I'm actually really digging because to me it's like a window into the response this world is having to superpowered people, but like not only seeing them as like a threat, but as seeing them as like something to study. And I
Yeah.
kind of like that perspective. I like having those characters around. It's like it adds a dimension to the story that the other movie didn't have, obviously, because it didn't have any of this.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I'm enjoying this a lot more.
Yeah, yeah,
It's feeling a lot more fleshed out. You're
right.
getting just a better sense of how the world feels about things, how the world is reacting to things.
Because that's my
I don't
thing
know.
about Batman vs Superman. Even in the Ultimate Cut, it's like I understand what Zach is going for when it's like, oh, some people view Superman as like a godlike being, and some people view him as like a threat, and some people view him as like just a guy trying to do the right thing, and he thinks of himself as a guy trying to do the right thing. But when you have all those different perspectives, and that's like your point is like, well, let's make this controversial. Then at the end, when they build a statue for him when he dies, you're kind of like, but why? Like, if
Yeah, like they didn't seem to like him that much.
right, like normally people agree on things when they make a statue of somebody.
Yeah, it usually takes longer for someone to kind of like Jesus. Like the second Jesus died, they weren't like, "Ah, man, the Bible didn't exist then."
Right.
Like
Oh,
it takes time for these things to become like legends, you know?
right. Yeah. I mean, but again, I get what he's going for. But you're right. In this one, because he has 4 hours instead of what 2.5 or 3 hours for the ultimate cut, like this, like you said, it's fleshed out more. So it's like he has that time to explain those little things that he's trying to get across, but do a better job at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like this great moment between like
I
him
love
and
that.
his dad,
Yeah, that
where
was
his
good.
dad's like, "Oh, it's totally legit." Like
Yeah,
everyone out. Like,
yeah.
yeah, no one comes in till I say so.
So
The
yeah,
Kryptonian ship is really cool.
like I said, I think this is because I know Zod had a ship, but it was like the thing that shot the blue laser down. I think Clark found the ship in the Arctic, and I
And
think
flew
God and
it.
them took it, and I think that's what this is. Um, so this is the suit from the first movie, or the ship from the first movie, Man of Steel, where there was like an empty pod, and because people were theorizing that Supergirl has already crashed on Earth, maybe, um, but I don't think they ever explained what that missing pod is. Do you think like Kryptonians, like if they knew Earth could give them powers, like Jor-El seemed to really know his son was going to be a god when he landed on Earth. Why didn't other Kryptonians come here and like,
Yeah, earlier. Like, why didn't they seek out Red Sun or Yellow Sun planets?
yeah, were they like a conquering race, or did they just like being themselves on their home? They just went out and looked at other planets, but then came back and reported on them. Like, I'd like to know more about their their thinking of that.
Yeah, maybe it was like a late discovery where he was just like trying to find a planet and he was like, "Oh wow,
Yeah,
this is refuge and it would give him
that,
superpowers."
that's a good point. But like I said, when he lands on Earth and he grows up, he finds a crashed Kryptonian ship from like that landed here 1,000 years ago, which is that
Yeah.
there. So Kryptonians have been here before, but I guess if it's been 1,000 years, that that voyage may have never been documented, especially if they crashed on Earth.
Yeah, it's like how the Vikings came
Yeah,
to
like
North
Eric said,
America
Eric,
first,
yeah.
but Europe still didn't know about it until
That's a good point.
hundreds of years later.
Well, sorry, I just looked at the screen right at that moment. I just saw. Was that a pregnancy test?
Yeah, it was a pregnancy test.
Lolo have a baby?
Well, I don't know, it's being hinted at. She's going into the bathroom. She might be peeing on a stick.
How soon after Superman's death is this? Do we know?
I don't feel like it's well established. I feel like it's a decent amount of time.
It's certainly
Like
not 3 days, like Jesus, right?
yeah, like super like Batman and Wonder Woman like went back to their daily jobs. Like super like Batman traversed the world.
Oh yeah, true.
Like Wonder Woman was in London and Paris and like so it's got to at least been like a month or two. At least.
Right.
So that'd be like baby time. Like 8 weeks is when she'd kind of be a little more confident in that.
Ah, good point. Interesting. Hmm. Oh, I like that. Cyborg made the key. A lot of this looks familiar, like the other movie had this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, interesting.
Cyborg's the epitome of like hacker man.
Yeah.
He can
Well,
just
it's
touch
funny,
things and he's just like, I'm in.
but I like that because it's like it's a trope to have that on a team, right?
On a team, yeah, like the tech guy.
Right. So that he's
I
designed.
mean, even remember when they took him off kind of the Teen Titans roster and put him on Justice League, they replaced him with Blue Beetle, who kind of had that tech aspect to him as well.
What's he saying? He said something about he has a rule that he doesn't like to break because. Yeah, I missed part of that. Yeah, he said something. He's like I have a rule that I never break because if
Who?
I do, like Flash, like
Oh, probably like the speed barrier.
yeah, I think he's talking about moving fast, and he's like, yeah, there's a rule I don't break, but I think I'm gonna have to help you out here. Interesting. Oh wait, Lois is here already.
Yeah,
Um,
does she know what's going on? Because it seemed
no,
like in the previous one she knew what was going on. Like, she was on standby.
yeah, because Batman brought her there because he was like, well, if we're gonna bring Clark back, I want her there as our big gun. That's what he calls her. He's like
Yeah, he
bringing,
calls her bringing the big gun.
yeah, and it's her because he knows seeing her would make Superman calm. Um, so that's interesting. So she's just here, like she's dropping off. She's doing her daily routine where she drops off the coffee. So that's a little less interesting to me, actually. I actually liked Batman bringing her as the big gun. I thought that was neat.
Oh,
Oh, so if they activate the box, then Steppenwolf knows exactly where the box is. So I like that. There's stakes to this.
yeah, and they're like, well, this is to say, like, bring back Superman.
Right. Yeah, Aquaman's like not into this.
Aquaman's like, yo, like, does it need to be done immediately?
I think Aquaman's just like, don't do it. Like, let the guy fucking sleep. Oh shit. Oh wow. Yeah, Steppenwolf's definitely gonna know where that is. Whoa. She's got the coins on her eyes for the river Styx. Oh, interesting. It's got like a Viking funeral up higher.
I like all the harder sci-fi elements in Zack Snyder's movies.
That's why I want him to do the Halo movie.
Yeah, he would do a great Halo movie.
He would. Whoa! Whoa! The Omega beams. What is this? Is this like a dream?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, what's going on?
Wow, he looks so freaking cool.
He's like dreaming that he killed Aquaman, killed Wonder
Oh,
Woman.
oh! Superman's holding a dead body. I wonder if that's like Lois or someone or his mom.
He's like showing him a
Oh, is that
future.
Kilowog? That shot when it started, it looked like a giant Green Lantern was laying dead there.
Yeah, and there was a Green Lantern symbol on the ground behind, in on like a crop
Yeah.
circle.
Awesome. So in the Joss one, Barry has to touch that box the same second it hits the water. I'm assuming that's probably the part I missed earlier. So maybe it's the same rule.
Yeah, I assume it's something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe he just has to touch it in general. That's a
It
cool
seems
shot.
late now.
I mean, it seems really late now. It's like a dipping fully into
Seems
the
like
water.
it's an inch and a half in.
Right. Yeah, it's. Wait. Oh. Time's. Oh, he's fucking with time. That's why he doesn't break the rule. Oh, that's cool. Holy shit, he's
Yeah, I
got
like that.
that is really cool. Ouch. God, that guy, when he hits something, he hits it. So now this scene also makes a little bit more sense to me. And I guess it kind of did when I rewatched the Joss version too. So that's the same room Lex made Doomsday in. So it's like that
Yeah.
liquid is some kind of birthing chamber. So that makes sense that that's where they would bring him to resurrect him. So now that makes a lot more sense to me now.
Oh, they have the mother box there.
Oh, it crashed. It went outside.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, it's Lois. Oh, he's already. He's just. I thought he was going to be still in the water. Oh, that cop ain't taking any chances.
That cop's like, what?
If that's Superman, I'm going to shoot him because that's a good idea.
That bulletproof man? Maybe these bullets will work.
See, it was funny because this scene, I thought when it was in the other version, I thought this was Zack's footage because um, it was you couldn't tell like Henry didn't have the thing over his face like the bad CG.
Yeah.
So because I remember someone was saying like, oh, I think Joss redid that scene. I'm like, there's no way because his face looks just like this in the other version. Um, so I knew it was a Zack footage scene. So that's cool because that was one of my favorite parts of that Justice League movie was this little skirmish here.
It feels emptier than I feel like it should feel.
That's my thing too. And that was my issue a little bit in the other version was like the way he comes back in the comic is actually really interesting. Um, this this feels like well, we got even in a 4 hour movie, this still feels like it's rushed a little bit. Like of all the things they take their time with, like his resurrection, they didn't.
He's scanning us.
Yeah. So what do you think's going on? Do you think he's just confused? Like he's like because I guess when you come back from the dead, I mean, I guess I can tell you that you don't have all your memories, but I don't know if that's what's going on here. Like, I feel like he would know who Diana is, right?
Oh,
Oh, crap.
everyone's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, this ain't good. Oh, damn, that cop car just blew up. Oh, dang. Dude,
Wow.
exposition. Thank you, Wonder Woman. I needed that. He's just confused.
Who's this idiot?
Okay, we need to restrain him. Arthur charges him with the three knives, like going right at his head.
Supposed to, like, freeze him?
uh,
I
the,
have a lasso.
yeah. Dang.
Oh,
Dang. That's tough. Here we go. Shit, that's so cool.
yeah, it's such a great little, like, oh, God scene.
I love Ezra's face. He's like, "Oh shit, he sees me." That wasn't that done in X-Men Apocalypse? Didn't Apocalypse's eye trace Quicksilver?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. It's really well done here. It's nice. Well, he's still faster than him. He can at least dodge. That's my thing with Flash. Like I know Superman's like Superman. He's all powerful, but to me, he should never be faster than Flash.
Yeah, like you should never be able to hit Flash.
Right, right, yeah. Well, I mean,
Like Flash should never be able to hurt Superman, but like he should be able to just rapid punch him, and Superman's like that did nothing.
right.
There's the military. I don't think this was in
No, I don't think so either.
the gunshot stuff. It took us like 2 hours 40 minutes to get Superman scenes.
Yeah. Cyborg saving people. That's cool. Batman saving someone.
Batman's like, a scraped knee. It'll be okay. I love how Batman's just like Cyborg stops the guy from being crushed by a car, and Batman's like, get up yourself.
Well, I like how Batman was prepared to fight Superman in the last movie, but in this one, he's just like walking up to him in his tights. It's like that's why I like the let's bring the big guns and bring in Lois because I'm like, okay, that shows he was prepared for this fight to go south.
Yeah.
In this one, he's just like walking up. I'm like, really? Like, you're just walking up right now? Maybe he has a plan. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's something in the water there.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Aquaman's not gonna like that. Here we go. Here we go.
Please don't make me do this. What are you gonna do, Wonder Woman?
Well, she was gonna do her like fisticuff blast. Oh,
Yeah.
he stopped that though. But does that mean he remembers? Like what? Because how would he know that was an attack? Like he ran over to stop it, like he knew what she was gonna do.
Well, he's going over to Batman like he knows he's a villain.
I guess that's true too. Yeah.
He
Okay.
sort of like remembers bits and pieces, like broad strokes. Like this guy tried to hurt me for a while.
Right. Ooh. Damn, that could have killed Batman. Oh, his magic gauntlets. One of them.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, she wasn't even supposed to be here in Zack Snyder's version.
Right, right. She wasn't asked to come here by Batman or Alfred. Like I kind of liked that better in the other one.
Yeah, again, like you said, it showed Batman's preparedness. Like
Prepared.
he always has a plan.
Right, but his plan wasn't like an actual super weapon like kryptonite.
Yeah.
It was the love of Superman's life, which I think that would have been that's cooler. I think.
Yeah. Instead of her just being like, I come here every day.
Right. Yeah, so you're right. Maybe as the battle was progressing, things were coming back to him. Plus, also the last thing he remembers is being side by side with Wonder Woman and Batman fighting Doomsday.
Yeah,
That-
but he still remembers like fighting with them. Like he remembers just getting hit a lot.
Right. Yeah.
And then being really annoyed with Batman for a long time.
Well, Batman was like, trying to kill his ass. Right?
Yeah.
Because Superman, we watched Batman vs Superman, and Superman does go to him and say, "Hey, look, my mom's captured. Like, please help me." And before he can get the mom part out, Batman just starts hitting him with shit. And so Superman's like, "All right, fine, I'll knock you on your ass, and then I'll explain everything to you." But he never gets the chance to knock him on his ass because he starts breathing in that kryptonite dust. So Batman's like totally the aggressor in that scene. Oh, Steppenwolf. Oh, you know what's funny? In the Justice version, Steppenwolf, this scene ends with them looking over, and Steppenwolf's like going up with the box. He's like, "See ya."
Yeah, we don't see the arrival.
Yeah, but here that was kind of cool that we're now seeing him arrive, and it looks like Cyborg's dad has it. What's he doing though?
It's probably like trying to hide it or make it
Yeah.
into a weapon.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea. Actually, that'd be a really good idea. So the figures for this movie went on pre-order during our break, and I can't get them. Steppenwolf and Darkseid alone, they're $40 each.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't afford that right now. And I could maybe get one of the Justice League members. Like they have two versions of Cyborg, one with the regular face and one with the armor face. But I'm like, I can't. I'm just not gonna spend any money right now.
Maybe he made it into a bomb. Maybe he's gonna blow himself up as
Yeah.
like penance.
Oh. Oh no! Don't tell me he's gonna. Don't. I hope you're wrong. I don't want him to die. That's Joe Morton. He dies in every movie. He dies in the Terminator
He
2.
didn't die in the show Eureka.
Yeah, I know. He just died in Terminator 2. I'm just exaggerating. What is he doing? Get him. Get him, Vic. Save your dad. Wait, what the hell? Jesus, what the fuck is happening to him? Holy shit!
He's like turning to
Good.
dust.
He Dr. Manhattan himself. What the hell? What for? Like, what
Yeah,
was the,
like I'm sure Steppenwolf is still getting the box.
yeah, like the box is still intact, it looked like.
Yeah, like what was the point of that?
What was the point of that? Did he have to be in the room for that? Like,
Yeah, like what did that do?
oh, maybe he couldn't get out because Steppenwolf was standing. Maybe that's why, but
But
what
what
did he,
does the laser do?
what did it do?
Yeah, like what was why do any of that?
It's funny. He's moving like Ultron, that first version of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppet with the strings cut. Yeah, Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman's right. That was fucked up.
Like, what the hell, guys? This got way out of control. We could have planned this way better.
What? Oh. Oh, okay. So he superheated the box.
Yeah,
So
so there was a reason behind it.
okay, and he probably just couldn't leave the room because, like I said, Steppenwolf was on the other side of the glass anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Something darker, part 6. Yay!
Something darker than that? Shit, man, that kid just watched his dad die. There's a lot of Greek tragedy to these fuckers.
Yeah.
I don't know what she said.
She said, "You spoke."
Oh, okay.
And then he goes, "Did I not before?"
Spoke about what?
She just hadn't heard his voice.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Because in the previous scene, he had been silent.
Yeah, that's right. He just stood there and stared at her.
And then he hugged her, and then they flew off. So this was the first time she heard him speak.
Gotcha. Thank you, Alex.
No problem. Happy to help. Why didn't you help her out, Lois?
Oh, that, by the way, that reminds me of the Superman and Lois show. I don't want to spoil it, but that's a thing with Ma Kent in the show too. It's really good.
She's a proud woman.
Yeah, but yes, but um, in a way that like it inspires Clark and his family to do something big with their lives, or big change in their life. It's pretty good. It's a good show, actually. I like it. I got to rewatch episode 3 though because it was during the week I forgot.
You've mentioned it a few times, saying it's good.
Yeah.
He puts on a shirt like that's foreign to him as well.
Yeah, I wonder. It's funny because they don't. So far, they haven't really gone into what his mindset is so much. So I wonder if it feels weird to like dress, or like maybe that's like his dad's shirt and he's smiling because it's one of his dad's shirts. Like we don't really know.
What a cool elevator.
Yeah.
Badass Alfred.
Badass Alfred. Is this the same cave where the Robin costume is?
Seems quite different.
By the way, I found out, so I assumed that was Jason Todd's costume. But Zack Snyder had done an interview where he said that that's Dick Grayson's Robin costume.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I'm like, oh wow, so Joker killed Dick Grayson in this world, that's really tragic. And I gotta say in Ray Fisher, like to give that young man a lot of credit, like he's literally with actors that are like leagues above, like not him as a person obviously, but just like they've done a lot more work. And
yeah, like Ben Affleck is such a well recognized name. Jason Momoa was in such like a lot of hit series.
Right.
Gal Gadot obviously has become quite popular.
Right, and Jason Momoa is very popular, and I say Ezra, is kind of like Ray, like on the rise up and stuff. But like, so and those guys are not they're not weak links in this ensemble of actors.
No, they're great.
They're really great. Like, yeah, I'm like really impressed. Actually, just that little thing Ray did with his eye back there was really neat. He kind of just was like, "We'll all die," but like, his like the expression he had was like, I know you know this, but hey, dumb fuck, we're all gonna die if I don't do this. But like to express that in a facial expression is very precise.
I really hope there's just more Superman.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a ton of Batman in this movie, and we're finally getting to Superman, but he's been Clark for like 20 minutes now.
Yeah, he's just like feeling leaves.
That's what I mean. I'm wondering, like, I guess you can convey that as visual storytelling, but we don't know. But he's like touching everything, um, like he's overstimulated by touch. It's just like I don't know. It just feels so easy him coming back. Like it felt like that in the other version, but I didn't mind because they got right to the action afterwards, and he was like quipping around and having a good time. In this one, it's like I'm glad they're spending time with him, but at the same time, it's like he came back from the dead. Like that's why I always loved the comic. The comic book took like 3 months of stories over the course of 4 monthly Superman books
Yeah.
to kind of build him back up to come back, and it was very earned when he came back. Um, but yeah, I don't know. In the comic, he had to wear the black suit because I think I saw the toy in the trailer for this show him in the black suit. So I'm guessing he's going to wear the black suit. But
Well,
in,
in that vision that Cyborg had, he had the black suit on.
yeah, but in the vision Clark had in Man of Steel, he had a black suit on too. Um, and then I think in the vision, I can't remember if Batman's vision had Clark in the blue or black. But either way, in the comics, the black suit is like a device. It's not just a suit, but it like now that he's back from the dead, he's not at full power in the comics. So he needs to absorb sun rays faster.
That's how he does it.
Yeah, and so the suit is it's literally like
Because
yeah.
black attracts.
No, not
More.
right. It's not that. It's some kind of solar Kryptonian design.
Wouldn't that be funny if that was just the reason? Like, just black heats up more.
Black heats up more. Yeah. Um, so so I wonder what the explanations will be, like if it's like a special suit or if it's just like if he just randomly picks it. Well, I guess his other suit has a hole in it, so I guess he can't wear that anyway.
I mean, my underwear has a hole in it. I'm still wearing it.
Yeah, but that's under your clothes.
I mean, there's also a hole in my pants right under the hole in my underwear. I'm still wearing both.
Don't lie to us. You're wearing neither right now. Still snacking. You got to snack when you're a speedster.
Yeah, I mean, you really do. What a nice, like, I would love to just be at a point where it's just like, oh, I never have to stop eating. Great. Like, I can just keep eating pasta and pizza all day, every day.
Wait, what? Huh. He said he had a premonition and he saw Barry Allen. So I'm so confused, but I hate that scene in Batman vs Superman where Batman has he's dreaming, he's like sleeping at his computer. He gets up and then Barry Allen shows up.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
Right
Now.
after Barry leaves, Bruce wakes up again. And I'm like, wait, so he dreamed that Barry Allen ran back in time to say something to him? And so I'm like, does Bruce have dream powers now? Like, I hate that scene because it would just be clever enough if it was just Barry, if Bruce was just a wide awake working on his computer and Barry just shows up and says, Bruce, Lois is a key. And he's like, wait a minute, crap, I went too far. That already does the setup. So having it be a dream seems weird to me. So now that just solidified that it was a dream, but it's like, why would he dream Barry Allen showed up before he even knew Barry Allen as a person?
Yeah, it's still weird. Very, very odd.
Bruce doesn't have dream powers.
And wouldn't he have more of a reaction when he saw his suit for the first time?
Right. The only thing I can think of is if there is some kind of time travel thing, maybe Bruce is like absorbing the memories of each changed timeline, like in his dreams.
That's possible.
I guess I'm reaching there because I don't even know. I think there's a time travel element to some of this, but I don't know. Oh shit, the box are touching. Don't cross the streams. Oh. I will never be good looking enough to date an Amazon.
I mean, I don't think anyone will. That's the point. They won't date anyone.
I love that you're digging Star Trek so much recently because the more and more I hear you talk about Star Trek and the more and more I watch Red Letter Media talk about Star Trek, the more and more I think Green Lantern should be like Star Trek.
I've been loving it, man. I'm on Next Generation. I'm going to go to Deep Space Nine next and then Voyager.
I just got invited to something for WonderCon is next weekend.
Yeah.
And I just got invited to cover the panel. They're doing someone's making a documentary about Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, cool.
And so they invited me to watch their panel. I don't know if I have time because I work on the weekends, so we'll see what I can cover or not. But
I know it wasn't super successful, but I enjoyed the at-home Comic-Con they did. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. The panels are cool. I really liked watching the movies with people.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed. I didn't get to see every day of it because I was working, but I got to see some of it, and what I saw was a blast. And I saw a lot of people online complaining about it afterwards, and I'm just like, I don't know. I guess it's an expectations thing, but I liked what I.
Yeah, I didn't expect anything, and I was like, oh, I mean, it's gonna be YouTube videos of people talking on Zoom calls, and it's gonna be chat rooms watching movies together. Is that bad? No, I think that's probably what I was hoping for.
Oh, here we got some suits. We got like a.
Oh yeah, like a power suit.
Yeah,
like
we got
a royal suit.
A power suit. Yeah, a Zod-like suit. Oh, there's a super. Oh, it doesn't have the S on it though. It looks like it has a shield on it, but I don't know if it was an S or not. That'd be weird. But he found an S in the other ship too, I guess. So I guess if it's the same ship. So I guess the crash ship was a descendant of his, the House of L.
Yeah.
Well, now I want a story of how that ship got here. Make a comic book, Zack Snyder.
But Brian Michael Bendis will end up writing it.
Fuck you. She's got the black suit on.
I would have seen him in like a bunch of different suits. You know how like in the third Iron Man he does like all those different suits?
Oh yeah.
Like something like that I think could have been cool.
My favorite Superman suit of all time is actually, if you've ever read Superman Godfall.
No.
It's my favorite Superman suit, and actually I even said like if I ever did a Superman movie one day, I would just take that suit. It's black with a red S and a red cape that's like attached to it on the shoulders, And then there's
All the
like,
guitar riffs. Sorry, like there's just so many great
how
guitar
dare
riffs.
you? And there's silver trimming around it. I would change the black to blue and change the silver trimming to gold, and
Yeah,
it would look like just traditional colors. Yes, the guitar riffs are awesome. How dare you interrupt me? I will
I'm so
forget a
sorry.
lot if you do that. I will forget what I'm saying.
I also loved how Batman threw Aquaman his trident. Like, what was Batman doing with the trident?
Polishing it.
He's like, "Oh, let me polish your rod there, Aquaman."
He's like, I sprinkled some bat dust on it.
That dust.
It's like crop dusting, but it's bat dusting.
Way different color scheme. It was like all like gray and dusty, and like
Right.
kind of that tannish color before.
Yeah, the color choices, like, because the suit, that was the thing, is like the suits looked really weird in the other version because they were designed to be at this color correction level, but when
Yeah,
you brightened it, the suits looked really weird. Like you could see seams and stuff and internal padding and internal muscle structure of the suit, and it's like, hey, you're not supposed to see those things.
yeah.
I don't remember it being like this before. Was there like
No,
a?
I don't remember the dome.
Yeah, I don't remember the dome either. I remember the sky was red though, like almost like Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is really fat from a filmmaking standpoint alone. It's so fascinating to see. Like, yes, the central plot is the same. Steppenwolf wants 3 cubes so he can help rule the world with Darkseid or whatever. Like, that's essentially the same thing. But all these character moments that I'm like, why would you cut some of this? Like,
yeah. There's some great stuff in here.
yeah, there really was some really good stuff in here.
You know, it looks a lot like the Halo Pelican.
It does, doesn't it? It's funny you say that because there actually is a Halo reference in this movie.
Does Batman get called Master Chief or something?
No, there's a. It was from the interview I saw with Joe Manganiello. Um, I guess he has a scene where he's Deathstroke. I don't know, so I hope that doesn't spoil anything. He had it in the last movie, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's the same thing. I'm assuming he's on a boat or something. But like, I guess his sword hilt has a symbol on it that was supposed to be for the League of Assassins. Um, but uh, but when they Googled League of Assassins logo, they found the logo that was the first one that showed up in the Google images, and they used that on the sword. But actually, it's a Sangheili logo of the of the elite class from
Oh,
Halo.
really?
Yes,
Oh, that's great.
and it shows up in the as one of the first images in Google search because like 8 years ago, some guy wrote a fanfic where the Halo and DC universe crossed over,
And it was
and
popular enough to be a Google search.
yeah, and it was popular enough to show up as the first thing in a Google search. So
And
they
here's the
couldn't,
Batmobile.
doing no further research. They put it in the movie. They
Yeah.
had a costume designer put it on a sword with no further research than that. I think that's hilarious.
How does this Batmobile rank to you?
I'm not a fan of visible weapons on a Batmobile. That was one of my things I didn't like about Michael Keaton's Batman was that at least the weapons were concealed, but he still had guns. I just always find guns to be an emotional thing. Like I don't know. Like I've been hit in the head as a kid with a gun by my dad. I'm not a fan of even holding guns. So I would assume Bruce is like that magnified because he's a fictional character. So I don't I'm not a fan of weapons on his thing on his stuff. Like so I don't know. I have an issue with that, but the overall design of it is really cool. I don't think there's been a Batmobile I haven't really liked that much.
Yeah, I like the design of it. I can understand your criticism on the heavy weaponry on it,
Yeah, yeah.
but I think like as a car, it's pretty cool.
It's definitely a cool car.
It's
Oh
like
yeah,
a speedster roadster kind of thing.
I agree. I like it. Sweet. So he's running distraction, I guess, and the team is gonna Go,
Like get
ooh,
in and
yeah, get in and take down Steppenwolf or something.
oh, that's
But
pretty
Batman ain't
cool.
gonna survive out here for very long. Yeah, do you think about when they got pierced? The one that fell into the spike? That was cool. Oh! Wonder Woman cutting peoples in halves, bros.
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. Oh, wow. Look at that money shot there. The whole team.
Yeah, the nice little slow mo shot of the team together.
That was awesome.
I thought it looked nice as well.
Well, this is definitely different because in the other version, Aquaman's like, "Woohoo! Catch me, brother!" Like, "Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, bro."
He's much more of a cowboy.
Yeah, yeah,
And I like that they make Bruce more of the cowboy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. So it's similar. It's just out of order. Okay, nice. All right, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that was in the other version, but this just looks a lot cleaner and grand.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
I think it's a coloring thing.
Yeah, because that building crumbling that was fucking badass. That was badass. Oh, look at this, more cyborg. That's what I want, man. Get it, Dick. Get it.
Oh, and he just blows up all the buildings.
I mean, this place is the Chernobyl ruined this place. So there, I don't mind this place.
Yeah, I like that they in this version there aren't people because it just makes the destruction so much easier. Where you're like, no one's getting hurt. It's an empty, destroyed place. Like
Right.
yeah, everything here should be destroyed. Blow it all up.
That was my thing with Batman vs Superman was that they had to keep saying lines like, "Oh, they're on the deserted Rikers Island," or deserted this on Gotham Harbor, and I'm like, they're forcefully having to say that the area is
Yeah.
deserted. This one is like, you don't need to. It's clear from the moment Steppenwolf got here, nobody lives here. It's like I like that visual storytelling. It's good. Ooh, look at this, dude.
They're melting that oozy stuff.
It's crazy with the because I wonder if they ever stopped. They're like killing these things left and right, but I thought earlier when Wonder Woman was explaining the history of Darkseid and the parademons, like she said, anyone who survived a planet got turned into parademons. So, like, is the original person still in there somewhere, or is it like, man, they're just fucking bugs now?
Well, it's probably like they've been turned like their humanity's been ripped away. They're sort of just like a catalyst to create a thing. Like
Yeah,
how the alien like isn't anything like the person it bursts from the stomach of. Just because it takes over the body and maybe has a similar form doesn't mean it's still that thing.
right. That's true. Hmm. It's crazy. I think this right here, if I'm remembering it right, I think that shot with the glass was like the one of the very first trailers of this movie. And it turned out it wasn't even in the other cut of the movie.
Calls him Master Kent.
He did he? And Clark was okay with it. Kansas boy was all right being called master.
You're like, oh, I would have loved to say, oh, call me Clark. That would have been great.
Oh, is he hypercharged now by the cubes? Is he getting stronger?
I'm the king of Atlantis. Welcome to my not water.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Please tell me that hurts him. Oh, there we go. Nice. Knock him on his ass. Oh, I like that. You see Momoa react? He like stepped back. Like he wasn't expecting her to land right there. That's pretty awesome. Huh. There you go. Get him, Vic.
Yeah, I just love the moment when Superman shows up and he's like, "Oh, I guess punch you, punch you again."
In the other version,
Yeah,
yeah, he just shows up and he's just like manhandling him.
that's the Superman I remember.
So wait, so what's oh, so Flash has to run right and build up speed so he can. Oh, he's gonna help Victor. That's right. I think I heard him say that. Better hurry, Barry.
Come on, hurry, guys.
Oh, oh, oh! I like that Cyborg grows extra arms. Oh, here we go! Bang! Go, Vic! Go, go, go! Get back there! Get back there! Oh, oh! Whew. This is a little tense, man.
Yeah, it is pretty tense. It's a good, really kind of close chase scene.
Yeah, because I like that. They're like, all right, we'll have our two warriors fight the guy. We'll have our tech guy go do the tech thing, and we have the other nerd building up speed to help him. But then, what's Batman doing? He's just like taking down parademons.
Batman's like, I'm just a guy at this point. Like, I'll try to keep the parademons off you.
Dang. Ugh.
Yeah, Aquaman really gets the worst beating in this movie.
He gets thrown around a little bit.
He really needs to be saved a lot.
Right. What's happening to him? Come on, Vic. Come on, Vic. Oh, shit. No way. Come on, someone save him. Someone save him.
Or
Damn.
dark side. And it's just like,
He's just standing there.
just
He
standing
didn't
there.
block it. He just
Not
took the hit.
impressed.
Damn, he just Superman kicked someone.
Yeah.
He broke that axe apart. That was like his finishing move in the other version.
Yeah. That was like a big thing.
Wow. Wait, how many fingers does?
Oh,
Like
that is a
6
lot of
fingers.
fingers.
Yeah, there was a lot of fingers. Like 6 or 7 fingers. Never noticed that. Damn.
Yeah, the Aquaman's like, I gotta hit you when you're not looking.
Yeah. Well, he also did like a little dance. It's like, just hit him already.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, Aquaman, you're taking too much of a liberty here. You are clearly the weakest link.
Dang.
Oof. Those like
Oh,
sonic booms.
dude, he burned his ear off. Good God. Burn someone's ear off. It was like part of his head. Oh, shit. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. Damn,
Oof.
Bruce. Ugh. Ow.
Well, I mean, all right, Barry, take a few seconds. Superman's got it covered.
Yeah, but that Superman's not the issue, or Steppenwolf's not. The cubes are. Oh shit! Boom tube.
And this is where Apocalypse comes in, I think.
Oh damn!
Or
There they are.
Dark Side, yeah.
Oh, and there's Desaad and Granny Goodness. Oh, this is not good. Oh no! The fuck? They fail? Oh, thanks for stealing my line, Batman. Wow. Wow, dude. Wait. Where's Flash right now? Okay, he's healed.
Oh, this is a good ending for Flash, I think.
No kidding. Is he gonna speed force it?
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna go back in time.
Ah. Wait, did he say dad? Wow, this is wonderful.
Yeah, this looks great.
The ground is like forming under his feet. That's so awesome. Like he's like writing time.
Yeah.
That is so freaking cool.
You see, like, the cosmic-y background and the...
Yeah. Yeah, like it looks like outer space. Like, oh, look at him. Everything's reforming. He's pushing the
Yeah.
explosion back. This is so awesome.
Yeah, this looks good. It's just it's very cosmic.
Wow. Make your own future. Ooh, Barry Allen, you saucy minx. Wow, dude.
Yeah, this movie gives Flash a lot more to do.
No kidding. Another character that was criminally underutilized in the last one. Wow.
Oh, that looks nice.
That was so. Whoa. Okay. Where's Vic at? Vic playing for Gotham City. I think that's also a Jeff Johns, Jim Lee thing from their Justice League run. Broken. Oh, creepy. What are those things? I'm not broken. I'm not alone. Wow, what a good line. What the hell are those?
Are those like the things that worshipped the box?
Are they the things inside the box?
Oh, they're the boxes, I guess. They're
Yeah.
separating the boxes.
Ah, that's cool. There's like spirits or something inside the boxes. Awesome. Yeah, half your head's missing, dude. I don't know what you did with that piece of your head, but oh, King of Atlantis ain't fucking around, dude.
He's like, no, no, I don't like you anymore.
Whoa, did she just cut him in half?
Cut his head off.
Oh, it's falling right at the feet of Darkseid. Wow. If that ain't a message of don't fucking come to our planet. Holy shit. Way to go, Flash. That reminds me of Superman 1 when he spun around the Earth to reverse Lois dying.
Yeah.
Damn. What a F you to Darkseid. Well, that is not the time for it. I told you so. But you found it before. Why did you forget?
Yeah. It seems weird. That's an inconsistency I can't reconcile.
Yeah, they gotta. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get another one of these, but it's like if they do, they need to explain how the hell did he forget what planet he got his ass kicked on
Yeah.
by Ares, which was cool.
There's still a half hour in this movie.
Is there really?
Yeah. This
Holy
feels like the credits should be about to roll.
oh shit! Holy cow!
Like that, like I was like, oh, it feels like the credits are gonna. I feel like there should be a lot more to this. That's only like it's only like 6:15 where I am, and then I looked at the clock. I was like, oh, there's a lot more.
Again, as a fan of contrast, I don't like that Superman's costume is black and Batman's costume is black.
It does look a little odd, but he would match Wonder Woman and Flash maybe too much. But he'd be mostly blue, so he'd offer more contrast. It'd look better.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and here's the thing is I think I read an interview where Zack said they filmed this all with Henry wearing the blue suit because the studio wouldn't let them use the black suit. So they said, okay, so they made a certain color, a hue of blue, to where in post-production they could easily make it black.
If they wanted to, yeah.
If they wanted to. And it's like, but all that work for something that gets zero explanation in this movie. It is literally just a visual with no reason for it. Um, yeah, to criticize Zach a little bit, like that's my thing with him is I feel like a lot of times he looks at the visuals of these comics, but I don't think he understands the context of certain things. So it's like him being in a black suit but just choosing it randomly is like, well, why? All right, epilogue. We're at 3 hours, 34 minutes, and 13 seconds.
A father twice over.
But otherwise, I mean, this has been pretty fun to watch, actually.
Yeah.
What? Oh, he rebuilt. Okay, he's listening
Yeah, he
to.
rebuilt the Sony player.
Yeah, the cord. Like that theme of like messages from fathers again. Like Vic is now playing a tape and hearing his dad's voice one more time. All right, Dr. Ryan Choi. So now he's the. It's like so much of the plot from these movies comes out of that one fucking spaceship.
Yeah. Like, it's like so much industry.
There's so much they can mine from that. Oh, that's interesting. I thought this was a Whedon thing in the other version.
I did too.
Yeah. Ah, God help us.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much more they're gonna get.
What's in the door? I think Ezra Miller swept me off my feet in this movie.
Yeah, he did such a good job. I really enjoyed, and then getting the house back for Martha.
Oh yeah. Are they going to find out now that Lois didn't talk to Martha before?
Yeah, like I thought that Martian Manhunter thing was gonna come back some
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Like, I thought he would have been in the final fight.
Yeah. I'm like, what? I guess I don't know.
That kind of feels like an open thread plot at this point. And I mean, they could. It feels like all they could do at this point is like set it up for something else.
Right. All right. Back to fighting crocodiles in Gotham.
Yeah.
Man, Batman's job's about to get so much easier for a while.
Yeah, he's like, whew, no, no intergalactic demons.
Right. Right. Holy shit. Look at that Batmobile. Holy hell.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a
from The Dark Knight. I think that's from The Dark Knight. It looks like it noses down like the Dark Knight one did.
in the first scene she was here, she was wearing all white. Now she's wearing all black.
Oh, contrast. Look at that run. Get it, Barry. Look at that smile, man. Oh man, I'm excited to see his movie now. They're starting to film the Flash movie, I think, next month. What the fuck? Is he Clark Kent? Why would he be Clark Kent? Didn't Clark Kent die?
Why would he have the glasses on at all?
And he's still got the black suit on. That's funny. Yeah, why would he be Clark Kent again? Like they have a tombstone for Clark Kent. Like everyone knows he's dead, right?
That's what I thought.
Like, oh, Clark, weird. You're here. We buried you and Superman coincidentally on the same day.
Oh, and Superman's back and you're back? Oh.
You're back? Oh, weird.
We don't have your job anymore. I don't know why you're here.
I don't think secret identities matter at all in this world, because in the opening, like where Batman was going to recruit Aquaman, he was like, "You're out of your mind, Bruce Wayne," and he's like, "Dressed like a bat," and I'm like, "We just tell fucking everybody."
Yeah, like everyone there could figure out he's Batman pretty easily.
Yeah. I guess the thing is they mostly don't speak the language, but some of them did.
Stop joking around, Luthor.
The hell? Oh yeah, I think that this was in the other version too.
Yeah.
Lex got out or something. Oh, okay. So this we'll probably see the boat scene or something again.
Yeah, where?
Yeah. Oh, Arkham Home. That's weird. It said home for the emotionally troubled.
Yeah.
In the comics, I think it's home for the criminally insane. I guess that's not PC anymore.
Yeah, I don't think insane is a medical term.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But then again, Batman's a comic book, so.
That's true. People also don't dress up as bats and fight crime.
Yeah, but I guess in this one, they're doing more grounded stuff. Oh yeah, okay. So, see, I thought all this was shot. I thought Whedon shot this.
Yeah.
Boat thing. Yeah, because I guess I didn't think it made sense to do the Injustice League or the Legion of Doom after Steppenwolf. Like, I'm like, what possible threat could Lex Luthor and a handful of villains cause?
Yeah, being like, hey, we amassed a bunch of guns. And Superman and Cyborg and all of them are just like, what are you talking about? Who gives a shit?
Oh, Batman took his eye, huh? Hmm. Well, now I'm really pissed we're not going to get a Batman Deathstroke movie, because that's why I'm so excited for the next Spider-Man movie. Everyone knows his identity from the start of the movie.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a superhero movie like that outside of Iron Man 2 or 3. So I like that. Yeah, that's a neat thing. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I think this is the new Sydney shot. I think this is it. Um, wow.
Really saving it for the end.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is more that Batman dream nightmare world. All right, Dick's with him. Who the fuck is that?
Oh, it's the Atlantean lady?
Whoa, Deathstroke's with him. Oh, Mira, yeah. Dude, Deathstroke's here. Oh, look, it is Flash. He's got the mustache and everything. Oh man, if she only knew. Oh, oh. Wait, okay.
This is a weird scene that's making me question the whole movie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's making me go,
Oh, he called him Bruce. What is he? Damn, he is fucking mean.
yeah. I feel like this is a setup for something now.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
another mini-series or...
A truce. He's, he wants to strangle the shit out of him. You said Harley Quinn died?
Yeah.
He looks fucked up. Like, he's look at all those police badges on him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, look at all those police badges he's got.
Just go on a cop murdering spree.
What is this?
Huh. That's weird. Like, so Deathstroke, they just said that Deathstroke wants to kill Batman in that previous scene, and then now they're like working side by side him, and he's working side by side with Joker. So shit really got fucked up here.
Yeah, Superman's evil.
Yeah. But this was in BVS, right? Superman was evil, and like it was because Lois died or something.
Yeah, that was sort of like the vision I was getting, like the impression.
Wait, is he in the blue?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Interesting. Wait, another fucking dream? Like, so I don't know. Is that world real? Like, it's really happening in the future, or like I said, is Bruce? Does he
Like
send
it's
flashbacks?
what he needs to protect Lois to prevent it.
I guess, but like what I'm asking is like, how can he have future dreams? So I'm like, because he doesn't obviously can't do that. So is he like the reason things keep changing? Like he keeps sending flashback in time to like, and then he's I don't know. Maybe that's what the future movies. I don't know if we're ever gonna get them. I guess
Yeah,
this
I
movie.
don't know either. I thought the movie ended. My
Oh,
player crashed.
hey. Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm loading in again. I'm behind you, but it's fine.
Damn it. Tell me. I will pause it next time. It's too late now.
No, it is. Yeah. Well, I didn't notice until I was like, oh, it's been a little bit. I thought the movie like ended weird or there's like a black screen.
Well, now I don't want to tell you what's happening.
Well, I don't know. We can talk about the general ending.
Well, now I can't react to it because you're fucking like a minute behind me.
I know. I'm seeing Martian Manhunter.
Okay, good. All right, good. Because I'm like staring at him, going like, I want to talk about Martian Manhunter now.
Yeah, he's okay. He's on screen here. Maybe it's Martian Manhunter giving him the visions.
But Martian Manhunter can't give someone future visions.
He's got a stake in this world and he wants to fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have been in here more, I think. Like, it would have been great to have him in the final fight.
You guys need more aliens on the team anyway.
Yeah, more Team Aliens are good. Martian Manhunter.
All right, I think that's for Autumn. That's very sweet. I guess we're at the credits. I can't imagine where there's a post-credit scene because there was fucking like 5 endings.
Yeah, I feel like that was like 2 or 3 post-credit scenes altogether.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll leave the credits on in case something pops up. But so we're at the end credits, guys. 3 hours, 53 minutes, 50 seconds. What did you think, man?
You know, I actually liked it. I really did.
It was actually really good. I certainly have a few questions, but I think we asked them while we watched the movie, so I won't retread them too much.
Yeah.
But
I'm skipping to the end to see if
okay.
there's a post-credit scene.
But overall, like I mean, that was like genuinely fun and interesting. Like I was engaged the whole time.
Yeah, I was too. I thought it was like fun and interesting and a little more fleshed out than the previous one, which was my big issue with the previous Justice League is it didn't feel fleshed out. It felt kind of condensed. It was my problem with like the last Star Wars movie too. It just felt like two movies in one.
Right.
And this felt and the original Justice League kind of felt like that as well, like two movies in one. And because it kind of was, this is basically two movies.
Yeah, kind of.
It's like
Um,
4 hours. That's like two movies.
yeah. Um, yeah, this was. I certainly liked the pacing of this.
Yeah.
I will say though, I feel like so I try to think of things in like as far as character stuff. Like you have Martha had three scenes, but only two were actually Martha, so that felt like kind of a waste of that character.
Yeah,
Uh,
she just like drove away from the house.
right, and then she walked into her house at the end with Lois, but the scene in
Yeah.
the middle of the movie with her was not even her. It was the actress, sure, but it was Martian Manhunter. I guess
Yeah.
trying to motivate Lois to like the world needs Lois Lane too, still because I guess they kind of had a working relationship in Batman vs Superman where she was working on a story and he helped her find out where the bullets came from. So like so I guess that guy, that Martian Manhunter, has been there since the Man of Steel movie, and he's been like I guess like trying to get other people to like motivate them to do things, but it's like, well, then what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you going to go on this mission where you're like, oh, I need Lois and Superman to like do things and save people, and it's like, okay, but what are you doing? Like normally when someone goes to motivate someone, it's because they themselves are doing it.
Yeah.
So, um, or they're too old to do it anymore. So maybe I
Yeah,
thought,
like they have a reason or something.
right. But it doesn't seem like he does. He just, because then at the end he's like, hey, I'm going to join your team. And Batman's like, okay, who the fuck are you?
Like, I guess you seem to be able to fly. That seems to be like a good qualifier.
Yeah, like why didn't he go see Superman? Because Superman would be like, oh, you're, like that would have been interesting if he showed up at the Kent farmhouse and revealed he was Martha earlier and that he was like what his motivations were. But instead
Yeah.
he shows up to Batman. He's like, hey, I'm because of you. You know, you brought everyone together and I want to be on your team. It's like, then why didn't you help them in Russia or wherever the hell they were?
Yeah.
Um,
Russia, assumably.
I wonder because I've heard a lot of rumors about different things. Like I heard originally that it was not that it was supposed to be like Martian Manhunter and a Green Lantern show up at the end to talk to Bruce, and then last night I really thought it was going to spoil the movie for me, but luckily it didn't. I guess Snyder and Ryan Reynolds were tweeting back and forth to each other, and I guess there was brief talks at one point to shoot a scene where it was going to be Bruce talking to two Green Lanterns instead of one, and it was going to be Kilowog and Hal Jordan, and he was going to say, "Yeah, Hal's the Green Lantern of your Earth, and I'm here as his backup." And that explains why Kilowog's dead body was then saw like we saw it. Um, but what would you think of that? What would you think if Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern fit in this universe somehow? Because that movie's so goofy.
Oh yeah, I mean, but he makes a pretty good Green Lantern. Like he's one of those characters. Like he's sort of Henry Cavill in my book. Like he's really well cast, I think, for the part, but just really got a shit movie out of it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a lot of people who work for Warner Brothers and DC. Like they
Yeah.
just like, oh, they're great for this, but it's not the best version of this role or whatever for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say,
Well, I mean, they're basically doing that with Jared Leto's Joker. They're rebooting him. He was a Joker, and then they basically redo him into something different here.
but that makes sense because he has this line. It makes sense and it doesn't. He says the line like, "How many alternate universes you have to make before you realize that you just need to have the balls to die so you don't cause any more of this bullshit." And I'm like, I wonder if he looks different because time has changed numerous times, maybe because he keeps sending Flash back in time.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to guess that that's probably what they're doing. They're probably all making sure Flash stays alive, so that way he can keep recharging and running back in time. Um, I'm going to assume that anyway. I mean, the movie doesn't tell us that, but that seems like a good plan.
Yeah,
And
that just like get protect Flash, get him back in time. But then again, can't Flash just run fast from anywhere?
he can, but I'm saying like I can't imagine he can just do it at the drop of a hat either.
Yeah,
Like he
that's true. He's probably got to eat like 2 large pizzas,
right or something. I mean, there's got to be some downtime, I imagine,
4 Chipotle burritos.
because in this movie he went back in time like a minute before the explosion.
Yeah, that's true.
So I imagine going back years probably takes a lot out of him.
He's got to pack a snack.
Right, he's Jello pudding pops. Um,
Yellow pudding pops.
yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. That nightmare thing seems neat because it's not like anything we've seen in the previous DC interpretations before the Snyder stuff. But I am like wondering how Bruce can have premonitions. Like it seems like Bruce doesn't have powers, so it seems weird to me.
Yeah, it is sort of weird and unexplained. I think it kind of is disjointed. Like, I don't like those weird dream sequences.
Yeah,
It either commit to it and make them more intricate to the story and explain them more, or don't have them, in my opinion.
right,
I especially when you're doing like a 4-hour movie, like you should have. That could have been more of a thread throughout it.
right.
Uh, it just felt a little shoved in at the end.
A little bit.
Um, I don't know. I like if the movie had ended right when, um, like Darkseid's walking away.
Hmm.
I thought that would have been a great ending. I would have been like, oh wow, like great movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. And then it overstayed its welcome a little
and then
bit.
it kept going and going, and I was like, this could have been the post credit scenes.
Right.
And then all of this I don't feel is necessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I don't think we needed to learn that Barry got a job in a crime lab. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, all of those things are definitely setups for the solo movies. I feel
I guess that's true, yeah.
so. Like
And I
even
mean, it was cool getting Cyborg's like message from his dad.
yeah, I like that. That was nice. That would have been a good way to
Like a
end.
good post credit scene maybe.
Yeah, I guess. Like I don't know. It's. I was wondering because Superman kind of starts the movie where you saw his death, but like after they defeat Darkseid, you only see him in that one shot with him opening the shirt, and then obviously at the house with Bruce buying the bank. But like you don't really get too much more with him after, and it just feels weird. It's like it's 3 movies that Henry Cavill's been in now as Superman, and I understand he was dead at the beginning of this movie. Um, my issue, I guess, is like I don't know, like I think they handled the death and return of him just so haphazardly. It was just like, oh, we got to do it because he's got to come back, right? But it's like,
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're gonna kill him because it'll have such an impact, and it's like, well, shit, we can't do another movie without him.
right, right, right. So you have this guy who's like playing Superman, and out of 3 movies, he's got the least amount of screen time out of most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I get, like I said, I get that he was there at the beginning, but still, it's like I think that's where Man of Steel 2 could have come in. You could have brought him back in that, and
I mean,
done,
like I said, I was hoping by the 2-hour mark, Superman was back.
but he wasn't. It was like 2 hours and 30, 40 minutes in there.
Yeah, and I was like, it just needed one of my only criticism. Well, not my only criticism, but one of my criticisms would be it needs more Superman. I would have liked to see more Superman being Superman, doing Superman things.
Right. That was the one thing the last movie did. It had plenty of that.
Yeah. And the ending was great. He Supermaned the ending, which was what I wanted him to do.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't like that." I didn't. It's like that's fine if you didn't like it, but yeah, I kind of like those little moments where he like carried the building and Flash like pushed the car, and even the Flash Superman race like at the post credit scene. I was like, I like that kind of stuff. It's from the comics.
I liked that scene as well.
Yeah, I remember when I took Kevin to see it. He did not like that scene. I was like, we got to stay till after the credits. I'm so excited. And then we watch it, and he just goes, "Who fucking cares?" And I just go, "Run, Flash Superman race! That's the greatest. That's the best thing ever."
That's fun.
And he's like, "No, it's lame." I'm like, "Ah, yeah." Well, how serendipitous that the next characters in line were me and you as Skeets, and there was some time travel at the ending.
Yeah, that is kind of fun that there was a time travel element, and that was nice because it was like Superman was clearly saving the day, but he couldn't. It put the limitation on Superman's powers. The time had just run out. He can't separate the mother box himself.
Right. Right.
And it gave Flash more something to do. It gave more of the hero's shining moments. Like, even Aquaman is the one who drives the spear through Steppenwolf.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing is like they balanced everyone except for Batman. They balanced everyone else really well in that final battle. Like I understand Batman had to like take down parademons, but even that he couldn't do because Flash still got shot. But even still, that set up Flash for a badass moment with Flash.
Yeah, it set up Flash to be a little more than just the guy who was there.
Right. But yeah, I mean, not that Batman could do much against Steppenwolf, but now that he's seen a Steppenwolf, I would like to see like a Batman preparing for enemies like Steppenwolf in his next movie, so that way when Deathstroke shows up, he just fucks Deathstroke up. He's just like, dude, you ain't no Steppenwolf.
Yeah, that would be really funny. Like he has, like he's like, I built this suit to fight Superman and Steppenwolf.
Right.
And then Deathstroke's like, I got a rifle.
Yeah, it's like, well, I got this sword that has a Halo symbol on
Like,
it.
there's my katanas. They cut through bamboo.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Batman has gauntlets that absorb heat vision.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, cool, bamboo. Awesome.
Great.
So what would you rate this then out of 10?
Oof. You know, I would say if it ended with the dark side ending, I probably would have gone 9 out of 10.
Okay.
But I think because it droned on and then reminded me of some of the things I was like, whatever about in the movie, I think I'm going down to 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's tough because like I'm with you. Like the first hour, I was like, we were both kind of like, all right, it's building, but it's a lot of setup. But then that second hour, we were like, okay, it's coming together. This is going. And then that last part, we were like, yes. But you're right. That epilogue, I felt like was like 8 minutes past its welcome.
Yeah.
And I get that Zack wanted to put a new scene in this, and like I guess he said like in an interview, he's like, I have to have Batman meet Joker because if this is my last hoorah of this universe, I can't not have those two characters meet. And it's like, okay, but again,
that's for you, not for the fans.
Right. On some level, that's true. On some level, it's like great, but I think even though he says otherwise, it's clear the fact that this released and he filmed this new scene that was clearly a setup for future stories. It's clear he wants to do more of these.
Yeah, and I mean like a futuristic like if his take on Batman and Superman had been that future scene, like if Batman vs Superman had been like a future apocalypse story where Superman is evil and Batman the Joker, and Cyborg and Lady Aquaman are taking Flash to go back in time, that would have been awesome. I would have loved that movie.
Yeah.
But like he's building up to stuff that I'm like, you should have just done the thing. Like,
right.
Like why would you be like, oh, I'm gonna need 10 movies to build up to my masterpiece, and it's like, you want 10? Like, like that took Marvel so long to do. Like, do you know how many people failed doing a sequel?
Alex. Yeah, I know, but you're. I think you're exaggerating. But he wants to do 5 movies.
Okay, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah. So like, so Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and this. So technically, he would have 2 more. But
I think he should just have gone for the Mad Max right off the bat. I think that would have been awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Like screw it. Like, we're not doing any origin stories. Superman is evil.
Yeah.
Taken over by Darkseid.
Yeah.
And now it's Mad Max Batman trying to save the day.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I think the director, someone was like, "Oh, the second movie was so dark," and I had heard people say that this movie had more humor in it, which it did. But they were like, "Oh yeah, but that's the point. The second movie was supposed to be the Empire Strikes Back, and this one has a little bit more levity." And it's like, you can't You can't say that when you have a 5-movie thing. Then your third movie, which is this one, should be the dark one, because this is the middle one.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like Chris Terrio was like, yeah, Batman vs Superman was our Empire Strikes Back. It's like those weren't the trilogy. It's 5. What are you fucking talking? I sometimes when these guys talk, I just go like, stop talking.
Do you think they're gonna make more? I don't think. I mean, obviously Ben Affleck isn't Batman anymore.
I mean, yeah. I know. Who knows, man? Like, here's what I know about Hollywood: they'll do things that make them money. If
Exactly.
this
Yeah.
to be like a massive hit, see the problem though is Warner Brothers already set this up to where it's going to be really tough to compute how much of a hit it is, because Warner Brothers originally this was supposed to come out next week, next Thursday, and then Warner Brothers, because they're just being pricks about it, and they're not even hiding the fact that they're being pricks about it, they decided to move King Kong vs. Godzilla up to next Thursday to come out on the same day as this on the HBO Max platform. And people were like, what the fuck, man? Like, you're the same studio, and you're going to release.
Yeah, you're competing against yourself.
You're going to compete against yourself on your own platform. And they're like, but the way Warner Brothers execs see it is that this is a Zack Snyder HBO Max AT&T thing, and it's not a Warner Brothers thing anymore. So they're like, fuck that movie. We don't want people to see it or like it, and we want to make it harder to quantify its success. So then Zach was like, well, can we just move our movie up a week? Since they already picked the release date and did advertising for it, and then they had to move their release date. And they'd go, okay, can we move it up a week? And I'll just come out a week before Godzilla. The downside is now everyone's going to sign up this month for HBO Max, but you don't know if they're doing it to get this movie or Godzilla. Right. So it hurts the quantification of it. And I hope there's some way to track the success of this versus Godzilla. And I'm sure there's smart people that are going to try to work on it. But if this shines in a big way, I wouldn't see why HBO Max wouldn't try to continue it with AT&T. And they just go, fuck it, we don't need any Warner Brothers execs to approve this. But that's the only way I see this getting any more done.
Yeah.
And that's based on like some astronomical level of success that I hope it reaches, because like I said, this fandom surprised me at every turn leading up to this movie's release. And the fact that it's here, nothing's impossible. If they can get this movie finished, I imagine they can rally together and get more sequels made. But I'll be honest with you, if it doesn't get made into a movie, I hope at the very least, Zack Snyder sits down with Jim Lee and they plot out 2 graphic novels. And they just make the next 2 scripts into graphic novels. I would read the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I probably would give them a shot too, and I think they would sell well.
I think so too. Certainly be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so my final rating, I would say the same thing. It's almost a 9, so I would hover between an 8 and an 8.5 for me. I think this would probably be up there as my second favorite DC movie under Wonder Woman, and maybe right above Shazam, like somewhere in between those two. So I really dug this. I actually really genuinely thought this was cool, like really cool. And I have gripes about it
as well.
I have gripes and questions about it, but I feel like some of those questions would probably just be answered in a future movie. So I'm just going to put a pin in those, for now.
I agree.
Any last things you want to say before we head out?
No, I think we kind of covered it all.
I think so. We started this around like what 1 o'clock today, 1:30.
Yeah,
and,
like noonish my time.
Yeah,
like 7 hours.
Yeah, we've been doing this 7 hours.
It's like a day of work.
It was, but you know what? This is the funnest job I've ever had.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So awesome. Well, everyone who's watching later on, thank you so much for sticking with us and for watching videos. Let us know what you think of this movie, what your rating is overall down in the comments down below. And I'll try to make some thumbnails for these and post these up. And they'll probably, this is Thursday, we're recording it. Maybe I'll get part 1 up tonight, parts 1 and 2. And then if it's ready, if it processes in time, and then I'll get the other 2 posted on Friday tomorrow. So, so hopefully you guys enjoyed them. And, come back next week. Me, Alex, and our friend Shuddy Boy will be on here to watch New Frontier together, the DC animated movie. So keep your HBO Max subscription so you can join us for that, or get the Blu-ray or DVD if you have that. But we're going to watch New Frontier together, which will be fun. Our first guest.
Rousing time.
Yes. And then after that, we'll have Kevin on here, then Jeff, and then we'll have Gene. So the next 4 weeks will be Yes, so guess the Palooza.
Yeah, we have to. Well, we have to confirm with Kevin and Jeff still.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, all right, cool. All right, well then we will see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.
Bye.